Yes. All right. So we are live ahead of time. Let's see. Let's get warm up and check
1
the
minute
connections are
ahead.
all okay. Yeah. Yes. We are here to ensure the connection are all okay. So that everyone is okay. You know, you and I not disconnected. Okay. So let's see. Let's get on and let's invite more friends in.
All right. Let me go in first to your page.
Yep. Can no problem. Right, so we are live ahead of time. It's okay. So you and I.
I heard echo.
Yeah. So that's my phone playing there right now.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of people watching from the watch party there.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. For those of you here, you're on watch party. You're watching any of our sessions right now from wherever it is. Just say hi. We would love to acknowledge you and give a shout out to you as well. Just comment hi and we'll say hi back as well. So that's a very interesting thing. What I realize here as doing Facebook Live is that when I do a watch party, I don't see the watch party's comment coming into my Facebook Live. So if I don't respond to you quick enough, for those of you here who are live with us, I apologize in advance, and I just want to let you know that I still recognize you, but I may take a little bit of time juggling between devices here. All right, so great. Okay, how many people do we? Oh, we have quite a number of friends here. Right, so we have also friends of Victoria. I will introduce Victoria in a moment for those of you who are live with us. She's a very, very special guest, and I want to introduce her in a very specific moment after this. So meanwhile, for those of you who are here, please say hi, drop us a hi, and we will give you a shout out as well. We would love to connect with you as well. And we want to have more and more interaction here. Victoria has already started to say hello.
Yeah, because no one seems like saying hi here.
Yeah, everyone's shy. Everyone's shy. You know, has everyone had dinner?
How was everyone dinner?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Tony says hi. Tony says hello. Hey. All right. Great. Okay. So very quick shout out to everyone. Thank you for being here with us. And I invite all of you here to like and share this video so that you can benefit others as well. I will explain what this entire session is going to be about. Hey, Wesley. So this entire session and why are we doing this? Very simple. What I truly believe is communication is the key to sales, business growth, and also success. But communication is also powered by the exposure to different things in life. So for this session, I would specifically like to share with you a different insights on business. But not me. I have Victoria who is going to do, and we're going to share about the areas on budget hotels. And the best way to really get first-hand information on budget hotels is someone who is doing it.
Okay.
Right? Yes. So very quick introduction. My name is Jeffro. I'm a performance coach and I help corporate leaders become comfortable communicators and high performers. But today is not about me. Today I have a special guest and she is Victoria. She is the founder of Hilltop Hotel and Sims Home Cafe. Right. So let's see who else we have here with us. For those of you here who have just joined us, say hi. We have a very special guest here, and we'll be sharing
more guests coming in.
Yes.
Right. So some are my friends and some are yours.
Do you recognize any of them? We say hi to them as well.
I do. Yeah. I do.
Great. So we're going to share a little bit more on the budget hotels today. And by the end of this session, I want to reward all of you here as a token of appreciation for those of you who are participating and part of this session. I want to give out a newly launched ebook of mine. And this is about the powerful communication hacks. And I'm giving it up for free. But I'll share with you how you can get this copy for free. This is designed for team managers and also business leaders, but it's also very applicable to those of us who are communicating with people on a day-to-day basis. Now, enough of that part. Let's come back into our session today. So Victoria, let me ask, how have you been so far, especially throughout this MCO period?
I could say it's challenging because especially in hospitality industry, we cannot run our business as it has been restricted based on the government law. So what we can do is throughout this 30 days of lockdown period, we are restructuring our business model and also taking another actions planning what are the effective way we can, what are the promotions or the effective way that we can approach the guests more.
Okay. Wow. That's on
So
a business
basically
side.
we do more
Right.
planning. Yes, we do more planning.
Planning right now. Okay. I'm more interested a little bit more first before we go into the details of the business. Personally,
Alright.
how have you been doing? What are you doing so far during this MCO? Like your personal level.
My personal level.
Yeah, what do you do
I
during this
do.
MCO?
I do more planning. Honestly, I'm do more restructuring because it takes a
Oh.
lot of time and researches. I did a lot of research and also I approached few of my friends in their hospitality industry so to see what is going on at their side and my side. So comparing both, I analyzed that basically everyone suffers the same. We have higher aspects. There's no revenue coming in. Definitely, there's no profit. But high in expenses. So what I have come up with a suggestion is I will share to you guys later on. So what I have found out, yes, what I have found out during what are the impacts that have affected my business and what are the course of actions that we all can take to increase our business after the MCO period. I think that's more important. Yep, I'll share to you guys later.
Okay, so for our viewers here, you are in it for a treat. There will be a lot of things that I think Victoria has. Can see that she's excited to share with you as well.
Yeah, I am. Okay.
Victoria, it seems like you're very busy. You're doing restructuring, planning.
Yes,
Have you had enough time for your personal reflection, relaxation? Have you been doing any of that?
Honestly, I don't do much on relaxing because there's nothing we can do because over the time we are laying off at home. So basically that is considering a relaxing moment and relaxing time to me. So I'm not considering much as we can't go out now. So what we do is just laying off, maybe chit chat with friends to see what they need, what do they need help in their business because throughout this MCO period, I found out I have many friends that approach me to ask about to reflect their business. Basically, I'm doing what I did was throughout this period, I'm giving them sort of advice, and of course, I'm learning from those who is in higher managerial level to get some information, and basically, I'm just learn and do.
Wow. Right. Yeah. So for those of you who are viewing this with us, she is not slacking. She rests always on the go.
The mind is always on business planning. I mean, something will spark out. You don't seem really lying off, relaxing. But basically, when you lie down, something will spark up from your mind. So you will start do replanning. So I have a booklet this takes with all my plannings that I did.
Wow.
So yeah, so based on that I analyze. So just last week I come up with that solution on the budget hotel business approach on how we can increase our sales.
Okay.
Wow. I'll share with you guys, no worries. I will share with you guys later.
Definitely. Right. So we do have some people who have just newly joined us. And if you're here, just say hi so that we can give a shout out to you. We have Stella saying hi as well. Wow. Hello. Right. And, for those of you who missed out the introduction earlier, we're still much early. We're going to talk a little bit on business today because I truly believe that business is something very important to know. And why? Because it really impacts how we communicate. The more exposure that we have to a lot of different things will help mold our communication, and that makes us a better communicator. And for today's session, we're going to talk about budget hotels. That's where Victoria comes into play. Victoria, just for our
Yeah.
viewers, I know some of your friends know you already, but I also have other friends who haven't got to know you. Could you give us a little bit of introduction about yourself?
Okay. The introductions of how I started this business, or
Yeah, sure. I mean, just your so that
okay,
people get to
okay,
know
all
who you
right,
are.
okay. So basically, I in my background, I was a quantity surveyor. So I graduated from quantity surveyor, and then after I start up this budget hotel in 2015. Eventually, it's not my budget hotel. It was my parents' business basically. So we basically they have their capital, and I'm the one who established the business from scratch until the completion and running their business. And then a year ago, we just started off our F&B businesses. So basically, everything was based on analysis and also market research that we have done many years. We have heard of how we come out to this plan is all from our customer advice. Basically, they always, yes, my parents started off their business as in retail industry. So basically, we are doing trading. We trade all retail products to the business owner and also F&B businesses. But however, then later we found out the business is quite competitive. Then only we then started off. Then we think of maybe we should approach another way or expand our business to others. Then that's why we come up to this hotel business.
Oh, not bad. You went from one side to another side, trading, F&B, and then to hotel.
Hotel, minor in construction. I'm doing part-time in quantity surveying job. I still accept some jobs from construction site.
That I think it's so important that we have this session today, because then we can really ask you from different areas as well. Trading, F&B, manufacturing, and also hotel. So I'm not just getting budget hotels. I'm getting a lot more.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'm curious. Like during this MCO, how has it affected you and other budget hotel owners like you?
Basically, it's the restriction, the government restriction movement actually has affected our business a lot. So we can't do anything on that. But what we can do is first is do planning. Then second, what we did is we trying to approach also the hospital to see whether they are frontliner needs any accommodation. Then from there, actually, we offer them a cheaper rate. And of course, many have approached us, and that has helped us a lot in recovering our financially.
Oh, okay. So that means it's still in operation, just limited operation.
Yes, limited operation.
Right,
based on
right.
government needs. Yeah.
Okay, so I was about to ask you, like, how are you adapting? But you are already you have already mentioned that you also open up to frontliners. Besides frontliners, who else are you also opening up to? Is it like business or other travelers? Are there any other ones?
Yes. No, we do not accept any travelers, as it has been restricted by the government. We need to comply to the government law. So basically, they're suggesting us to open up only to hospital frontliner, and as well those who work in with the government, like government government employee, government staff who they are coming over to have maybe patrolling. They are assisting police to do some patrolling on the street. So we are actually offering them the best price, and also we are giving half of our accommodations for free to them.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
wow. Well, that's very nice of you.
Yeah, that's what we can help them at this moment of time. It helps to brand our hotel as well. So why not as well we offer them the great deal, right? Since everyone is in this crisis, I believe the government also has suffered huge loss in in monetary.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I fully agree on that. Right. And the F&B side of your business as well. You have a cafe.
Yes.
How's that going?
Eventually, it wasn't went so well at first because everyone are so afraid to go out from their house because they are scared of being caught by the police. So what we do is we offer a great deal like free delivery for them and also special rate on our meal to them. So as well, we do a lot of promotion so to attract the guests ordering food from us.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. All right. Well,
Mhm.
that sounds good. I think
Mhm.
that's a lot of innovation as well that is happening.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what we should do.
yes. Okay. So we have Marcus saying
Mhm.
hello. We also have Mike Stell all the way from USA saying good morning.
Wow. I
All right,
that your
Mike
friend?
Sell. I believe yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of friends that's coming. Sometimes I may have forgotten names if they have changed their profile. But Mike Sell, hello and good evening, all the way from Malaysia. Okay. So
Mhm.
yeah. So I'm more curious as well. Like you've been getting together with your friends who are also
Mhm.
in the hospitality industry.
Mhm.
What are their outlook, towards this MCO? Like because MCO may still be extended. What is your views on this thing and post MCO?
My view on this thing is basically we do not what we don't really focus at travelers from other country, but we only focus on local travelers. As during this MCO period, I believe not only Malaysia, many other countries also have been restricted coming into Malaysia. So what we focus more on
Mm-hmm.
local. Basically, if you would say their business of course got affected as well. So like like why were you asking? Because the line is hanging. I couldn't hear your question just now.
Okay, okay. No worries, no worries. Yes. Yeah, so where during the evening where a lot of Facebook lives are happening, there are a lot of other videos that's happening, so there may be a little bit jet
Yeah,
lag in
like
terms of the connection or that. No worries. Let me repeat. I just wanted to know, like as you get together with others in the hospitality industry,
uh-huh.
what are your views? Especially like post MCO. What do you think would happen to the entire like budget hotel market itself? Would
Uh,
Yeah,
okay.
share with us.
All right. Basically, I would say the business in budget hotel would not be as great as before this MCO, because travelers are afraid to travel now. So basically, I would focus more on corporate and also working executive to travel to the town. So um, like how to say that. So so basically we are focusing on corporate and also sales executive. We are not focusing on we focus less on family travelers. So because we focus on corporates more, so what I would suggest to everyone is we should do more promotion, or we can approach to corporate ourselves by emailing them. We have such promotions going on in post MCO. I think that could help to increase our business.
And I'm glad that you went into this, because you mentioned earlier, that there are a couple of things that you're already doing to adapt, and this is on the sustainability of the business itself. So one thing you mentioned just now is restructuring. Could you share a little bit more on the restructuring part? Like, what do you mean by that?
Restructuring, actually, okay. First, we need to know what is how much cash in hand we have right now during this period. And of course, we have spent so much on others, especially on monthly expenses, which we can't deny, like rental, if there's any, utilities bills, salaries, employee salaries, taxation, tax payable to the government, and as well suppliers debt. So basically, rental is the first thing we can't, rental and salary, employee salary is definitely we can't deny. So what we can do best as the owner is we need to discuss with the owners, the property owners, to see whether they can cut out half of our rental. And as well, we need to discuss with our employee to see whether they are allowed us to pay half of their salary in first, and the other half to pay it maybe after the MCO. As now, I believe all business owners doesn't generate any income, so we are also suffering financial losses. So how do we sustain is basically we need to minimize our expenses right at the moment with all those pre-planning. And of course, if we are talking about tax payable to the government are quite kind to us. They have given a lot of relief and even extend the taxpayer. So basically, it has extended to September, which has been very helpful to that it has been benefit us a lot in this industry, especially we need to spend so much in paying all those loans, and basically bank as well. I mean, the bank has reduced. I mean, our loan repayment has been deferred 6 months. So during this period, it has helped us a lot in lowering down our expenses. But of course, we need to do some action planning as well to see what we can do. Not just laying off, like some of the owners, right? Some of the business owners, they are quite funny. They would say, why should we, put so much hard work since the government has helped us a lot, and also it has given it has helped. I mean, it has given that 500 extra allowance, all those EPF stuff, all those benefits, thanks to our employees. So what do we need to put our hard work in to do some planning or such that? I think this is quite a wrong concept where some of the owners have in mind, because during this period, right, we have suffered a huge loss. So basically, we really need to do some action planning to see what are the promotions we can do to attract more customer after the MCO period. This is one of the things that everyone should take concern rather than sit and lay off.
All right. So I'm writing a couple of your points as well, and I think that they are very on point. I believe from a business perspective is also to look at, especially like in hospitality, what you're mentioning here is to really look at the financials part, especially in terms of expenses. And this is where you mentioned about the restructuring. And thankfully, our government actually has some initiatives and to provide some reliefs. That's why it's been a little bit better off than eating it on
Yes.
your own.
Correct.
Okay, and you mentioned about marketing as well, right? Like advertising. So are you doubling down on advertising for future, or have you also
Double
because I've
up
seen
or
some
double up or double down?
well, up down basically putting the double the effort lah. Because I've actually heard mixed opinions. Some are saying that they stop advertising because it's a lot of money that they are putting out. Some are saying that it's time to really put more. So I'm curious, what are you doing in terms of like marketing, like advertising?
In terms of advertising, I would advise all the business owners continue do more advertising as it really helps to brand your businesses well. This is the right time where you have more time spending in front of your computer to do all this advertising thingy. And to post in Facebook, it's not it can be free. You shouldn't. I mean, it not necessarily needed to pay to the Facebook. So what you can do is you can do advertising in those free Facebook group page, where you can just post it there and create awareness to everyone. Like you have such benefits or facilities or any attracted places that you can travel around. Near the town or something. I think this would. To get some catchy eye from the audience or the other people.
Okay. Wow. That's a good perspective, right? Because advertising don't necessarily always need to pay for it. You mentioned about
Yes,
free
no.
Facebook groups. Just join them and put your brand out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so so before I continue with all my questions, I want to see, for those of you who are here with us, any questions that you want to ask from Victoria, like what are things that you may want to know more about business in general, or maybe about budget hotels. Feel free to just comment, and we'll have Victoria to share a little bit more insights. She has a few experiences prior to this. So I believe there will be quite an insight and informative sharing that she can provide to all of us here today. All right, so let's see. We have Jerry. Jerry is my lecturer from from uni time. Wow. Hi, Jerry. Right. So so feel free to put in your comments as well. Especially if you have any questions. Let me put it up here. If you have any questions for Victoria, especially on budget hotels.
There are few of fans who are asking why they can't share this post out.
Oh, why they can't share posts out?
Some they can't share and some they can't comment.
I am not sure. But can they see this?
Yes, they can, but they can't comment.
Okay, so for those of you here who are watching this, you may want to go to the main source of this live session. This is on my page, the Facebook page itself. Then from there, you can connect and then just drop us more comments. But if you can't, no worries. You can always text Victoria as well, and then we will share, because I think sharing is caring, and everyone deserves to know a little bit more about businesses going out there, so that we expand our minds and we better our communications. Okay, so I have this. My friend Mei was saying, what is the steps taken by budget hotel in aspects of aircon contamination? Wow, very specific.
Can you repeat her question?
Okay, what is the steps taken by budget hotels in aspects of aircon? Maybe I think in aircon contamination, aircon maintenance.
She should do make aircon maintenance frequently, as every 6 months. It depends on business. How great is your business? I'm not saying her business is not well. I'm just saying it depends on how much is the occupancy in that particular room. What I suggest here is try to do aircon services once, at least once every year. I mean, I think that is important, as I have also encountered such issue whereby customer are complaining aircon is not cold enough. Reason being is because the servicing must, do it consistently. I mean, do it quite frequent, every 6 months, at least once a year.
Right.
Or the best I would suggest is once every 6 months.
Okay, so correction. Probably I made a mistake there. More towards like the virus contamination control, right? So Mei has clarified as well
Okay.
the virus contamination control, because right now, even like WHO has also mentioned that this COVID-19 can actually be airborne, and chances is may land into like air cons and all that system. So what are the steps that can be taken by budget hotels, even like for yourself, to combat this kind of situation?
Okay, first I would say cleanliness, and also you need to do sanitize. You need to sanitize every time when the guests check out. And especially for aircon contamination, you can't do anything. You can't do anything to it. So what you can do is you can spray you can sanitize the aircon, or open the door for maybe 3 hours when you do cleaning in that room. So just leave the dirt air flows out. So that's the best ventilation you can do. Nothing can be done great than that. I mean, besides sanitize the room, for air contamination, you can't do much on that. So what usually we business owner, we as owner of or frontliner of the hotel, we will always check the temperature of. Very important, you have to check the temperature of the guests before you let them check in. You do not want any cost or taking those risks, like maybe that guests might have affected by those viruses. So basically, we will check the temperature of the guest first thing, and second, we need to look into whether they have a government letter saying that they are allowed to stay in the hotel because they have some works to do, or works to do in that town. Says maybe they are frontliner of the hospital, so they should have a letter saying that they are allowed to check into the hotel. So basically, we are looking to that before we prior letting them to check in.
Right. So a key point where I think it is sanitize, number one, checking all the customers that are coming in as well, making sure that they have the proper procedures, the ladders to come in, and also ventilation. Ventilation very important. Right.
Yep.
Well, so my buddy Wesley was asking, how will hospitality industry be different after this COVID-19 compared to before COVID-19? I mean, as in the space of budget hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can share some insights with us.
Definitely, that's a huge impact. But what we can do is we should retarget our customer. You guys should consider because you are the business. I mean, you own that hotel. Surely, I believe you know better what are the situations or attractive places around your hotel. Like say, if your hotel is located in a tourist spot or tourist spot area, so what your focus or your target customer is definitely tourists, right? So what you can do is first, you should focus more on local. You should give more, maybe offer or promotions to the local travelers than the foreigner travelers.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether I answered that. Answer his question. If not, then try to you can just ask me again, because the questions come up like that. So sometimes I can't catch the question, or I can't catch the question.
Well, no worries, no worries. I think they can connect with you separately as well if they like to know
Yeah,
more.
yeah, maybe they can, because can I see their comments here?
I think you should be able to see from my side or my page. I'm looking at them.
Because yeah, I mean their question is important to me. I mean, like, sometimes I may forgotten what question they ask, so it's best for me to just refer to what the question there. Okay.
Okay. Well, no worries. I think
See
we
if I
can
can.
have that in. Do you have
Yeah.
any questions on your end from your friends?
Okay. How's it different post? All post and pre. Okay.
She's reading the question. You can
Okay.
tell that
Okay.
Victoria
Okay.
takes
Okay.
your
All right.
questions
All right.
very seriously.
Okay. Okay. I'll re-answer Wesley question now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Definitely. It's a huge difference. Okay. May I know how was Wesley business? I mean, before this MCO happening.
Wesley is not in
Is
from a
it?
budget hotel side one, but I think
Oh,
he's
it's not.
curious to know as well.
Oh, okay, okay. If he's curious to know, okay, definitely there's huge impact. First thing I would say. Then, second is definitely this is going to be challenge for us. What we do is we do more promotions to attract the local tourists. As we know, we can't focus much on the foreigner tourists at this moment of time. Even during this period, I mean after MCO's periods, right? I believe not very much people are likely to travel, because they still feel it's unsafe to travel around. So what we do is we focus more on commercial, corporate, and also those business travelers. We focus much on that rather than travelers, because we don't expect families or people out there would travel as often as before.
Right. That's an interesting view. I thought people will be like, yeah, previously cannot travel, now can travel already.
Yeah. They definitely will be excited in friends gathering, but not travel. But
Right.
because they are afraid whether they will meet a foreigner, they will carry such viruses, or by approaching others.
I have a question. Well, Jerry was asking this. What would your advice be for the management team of budget hotels to do in terms of digital marketing, at least for the few months until they can reopen? This one a bit long lah. A bit long.
What would be your advice
for the management team? So management team, and what would you do in terms of like digital marketing for now until you open?
Okay, for digital marketing, definitely we will do more advertising in online, in Facebook, or in our website. If you What is his concern about? What is his concerning here? Because like I don't quite understand on his question.
Well, I guess in terms of like attracting customers, and we know that in this period of time, like you mentioned as well, now you won't get travelers. Even after the MCO, also a little bit tougher to get travelers to come by. So how are you doing in terms of like digital marketing? Putting your brand out there to attract them back and give them the confidence that your place is safe to stay at.
Okay. All right. Okay. Firstly, is the outlook of the hotel. Definitely, we need to put ourselves in customers' shoes. Like, first of all, guests. Most of the guests will look at the pricing. First is pricing. Second is the outlook of hotel, whether it looks nice or not, whether it meet their requirement, whether it's comfortable or not. So basically, what we do is we do more advertising, but of course we are concerning on the pricing as well, to give the best offer to the customer, as it has become a very challenging, I believe.
Okay, so you mentioned about offer, right? And here's where I'm curious as well. Besides dropping the price, giving discount, are there any other thing that you could also offer? I mean, from your perspective, lah, are there any other thing like a budget hotel operator like yours could offer to public to attract them over?
I would say tourist spot. Besides they dropping by or visit your hotel, of course they are looking at what are the interesting places around, whether there are famous food or whether there are a spot, I mean traveling spot where they can, where they can visit. So basically I would say I would target these two in advertising what are the locals famous food around in the town, and as well as tourist spots to attract them coming in. And of course we need to my place. And of course I have added a lot of packages into like if you like staying at our hotel, we will offer a free travel to some hot spring or waterfall which is nearby our place. Which nearby our hotel. I think that could really attract them to stay in our hotel rather than others.
Right. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So that means you also offer guides lah. Just not stay here, but you can bring them out as well.
Guide.
Oh, that's a very innovative packaging.
Yeah, we should do that because I believe, I mean, not much people would really want to travel to some places during this period or even after, because it's still considered a red zone. I mean, some places are still a red zone to travel. So what they do is they should do more on servicing part to attract them.
To attract the customers, right?
Yeah, attract the customers.
Very true. And you think the strategy that you're referring to? Okay, so let me just recap a little bit of what you mentioned, because you had a lot of good points, right? First off, as a business as a budget hotel owner or operator, you need to look at the finances part. How much are you bleeding in terms of expenses, rental and taxes and all that, and how much do you have cash in hand? You also mentioned about marketing and branding part, advertising to continue have this effort, and you don't have to actually spend a ton of money, but it requires more effort to go into different Facebook groups. Am I getting it right so far?
Yep, correct.
Okay, then one thing that you mentioned about retargeting consumer or retargeting the target market lah, basically. Previously you're doing more like anyone also can come, corporates, travelers, but moving forward it's more strategic to be a little bit more on the corporate side for yourself. Did I get that right as well?
Yeah.
So that's the power of taking notes. Okay, so do you think that these 3 points that you have mentioned, does it apply to other businesses, other industries as well, seeing that you have experiences in other areas? Do you think it applies to that?
I would say yes. Definitely you need to focus on what are the social needs, basically. Like say if we just take hotel, or I'm just taking hotel as one of the examples. Say if my hotel located at maybe some rural place, so what I do is I focus on what are the what has most in the town. Like say if it's universities nearby, you can focus more on students. You can do more promotions to approaching more students coming into your hotel. Or say if you have the surrounding of hotel has more tourist spot, then you can focus on targeting tourists. So it applies to others as well. Say if we are in F&B, you need to put your shoes. You need to put yourself in other shoes. you know that during this MCO period, everyone has suffered. Maybe their salary has been cut off, right? Maybe they do not want to spend much thereafter. So what you can do is you do more promotions on your products, and at the same time increase your services to them. So then they feel satisfied. They feel this is more
Value.
valuable, yeah, more value than comparing to others.
Wow. Thank you for sharing with us those kind of insights and information as well. I think they are very important, at least for a lot of people to take point as well. So we are at about 40 plus minutes in. We can probably take a few more questions coming from the viewers if you have any more. So just want to see if any one of you here, you still have any questions that you want to ask Victoria. Then we can also help address here, because we're coming to our end of our segment already. We don't want to take too much time. I'm sure all of you here have something to do on what day is today? A Sunday, a Sunday evening.
Sunday.
I'm also losing sense of day already. Monday to Sunday, same thing. Okay, so do we have any questions coming in? I don't see any further questions. How about your side? Victoria, any questions coming in from your fans?
No, they manage. They say they will inbox me because they want me to review. They want me to review their budget hotel business.
Okay, good. Well, then I have
ideas.
Yeah. So
they want an insight overlook of insight of their
nice. For those of you here, our viewers, if you are in the hotel business, budget hotel business especially, you like to get some more insights, you can connect with Victoria. Victoria, how do they connect with you? How do they reach out to you?
They can drop me. Okay, they can drop me inbox. Drop me a message in inbox. I will just reply them through inbox.
Okay, cool. Well, I have actually something for all of our viewers here, your friends, my friends, and anyone else who have access to this. For those of you here, just a token of appreciation. I mentioned earlier that I've newly launched my ebook on communication hacks. This is important for team leaders, business leaders as well, but it's also very applicable on our day-to-day communication. So if you'd like to have that, what I want to give it to you is just type the word boost in the comments, and I'll be sure to reach out to you and send you the copy of that ebook itself. Right? So type the word boost and you get yourself a copy of this ebook itself. It's powerful communication hacks that you can use to empower people, to inspire people, influence others as well. Oh, I have a my friend Sui was asking a question here. Yes, you saw that already?
Yeah. Besides promotions, what sort of other promotion can you do besides price reduction for room rates for F&B? I would say besides promotion, we need to give the best of the services to the customer. Of course, when you reduce your price, the value of your product shouldn't be reduced. That's the most important. So when you do, I'm not totally concerned on promotion, where you need to, drop your price into 50%. That doesn't sound right. So what you do is you get a bliss point, where it's like just nice at each service. Services should not be neglected. You should give your best service to the customer. As when you give them the best service, they definitely will come back to you. So not only we are concerned at promotion.
Right.
Of course, if you were trying to increase your business sales, I would definitely suggest Sui to do more advertising. As when you do advertisement, those poster you post out, sometimes it gives the poster actually can create some attractiveness to the customer or guest. They will somehow say, oh, you have a proper fan page. in your page, definitely people will think that, oh, maybe you have brand your business well, and they think you have reached that standard that they won't really look at the price, later.
Well, good. It's always delivering value, lah. Always
Yeah.
serving the customer, and that's how you attract them. Because ultimately, service is the one that dictates, whether a customer stays or leaves.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Right, well, we're already at the end of our segment. Just before we go, Victoria, to all the business owners out there, our friends as well, do you have any words of advice to encourage them?
Okay. I'll say don't be panic. Uh, what you should do right now. I know you guys are suffering a lot of loss in business. So what you do is you should review your cash in hand. So how long you can sustain your business with the cash. Say if you are suffering, maybe you can sustain your business. Say if your cash can only sustain your business for maybe next 2 months. So you should do some planning, re-strategize your business. If you want to get a fast cash in hand, so what you do is do more promotion. If you want to, do a better or frame your business well. So what you do is you should focus on long-term strategy. What are the long-term strategies you can do? It's by little by little, you need to do advertisement. Second, you need to always ask customer feedback to get improvement. Don't be scared of negative comments, because negative comments always, it helps us to strengthen our business foundation. What I say is don't panic. That's all. Don't panic. Replan your business. That is important. And guide your staff what they should do after MCO. Because I believe when everyone resume from work, they definitely are blurred. They are completely blurred. So what you need to do is you need to like teach or revise the whole business model, what you guys are looking at the moment, so they know what is the objective of that business, and they will work up from there.
Wow, great advice. Right.
Yeah, communicating to staff is also important.
Yeah, you gotta have clarity, right? So if it's clear, people can act with confidence. All right, cool. So I don't think we have any other questions here. If yes, feel free to reach out to Victoria. She will be more than glad to assist you or to even provide more insights as well. I thank all of you here for being with us. There are a number of you, and maybe some of you here are watching it through the watch parties. Sorry if I just apologies, that if I haven't called you or haven't given you a shout out, I just have missed it. But I really appreciate all of you here today. And thank you as well, Victoria, for being on our show today.
Yeah, you guys can drop me a message to ask more detailing about the business.
Great. So we have come to the end of our session. We thank you everyone here again for gracing us with your presence. We hope and we look forward to really connecting and see you soon. For those of you here who have commented boost, I'll be reaching out to you and sending you a copy of my ebook as well. Right. So until then, we're going to catch up again. Signing off, Jeffro and Victoria.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.